A Mother's Love in the Heart of a Father. A Mother's Day Story by Stuart Marshall Gully. Once upon a time, in a very small town, was a very busy intersection. One winter evening, a little old lady was traveling across the street with her walking cane. When she approached the corner, she couldn't decide whether to cross the street or make a right turn. She decided to go ahead and turn right. She noticed a teenage girl was standing by a light post looking very sad as though she wanted to cry. The little lady approached her and asked her was something wrong. The young girl said, "Thank you, ma'am, but everything is fine. I was just thinking about tomorrow's Mother's Day and I have no mother. She passed away when I was 3 years old." The old lady said, "I'm so sorry to hear that, but who do you live with?" The young girl said, "Oh, just my father. But a young girl needs to be raised by a mother and to get that tender care. I mean, my father treats me very nice and he makes sure I get everything I need." The lady looked at her immediately and she asked God for wisdom. Then she said, "Young girl, do you like ice cream and cake?" The young girl, thinking the lady was going to invite her for ice cream and cake to cheer her up, so she smiled and said, "Yes, I do." "Well, how do you like to eat it?" said the lady. The young girl smiled again and said, "I usually like to stir them both up together, and it is so good." "Very well," said the lady. "So you stir them up and make them look like one." The young girl, with a great big grin, said, "Yes." Then the lady said, "Well, I'm sure you have heard of Adam and Eve, and you know they had children. So therefore, Adam a male and Eve a female, and they both lived in the children. Adam was the father and Eve was the mother. So as far as I'm concerned, just like your ice cream and cake, the children had both parents in them. Since your cake and ice cream is mixed up, you cannot pick the cake out of the ice cream. It's like a mother and father experience. Therefore, there's a mother also in your father. So you were not brought up without a mother. A mother's love was always there. There's no such thing as a single parent family." The little girl looked surprised and said, "Thank you so much, but I never thought about it like that," and she smiled. The old lady asked the little girl if she could read a poem, and the young girl said yes. And this is what the old lady quoted. "Happy Mother's Day to women, for the children they did bear. Happy Mother's Day to the cousins, who had no children, but the love for them they did care. Happy Mother's Day to the aunties, who had to raise their sister's child, which wasn't such a simple process, and it took a little while. Happy Mother's Day to the uncles, who took their brother's daughter, and stood the time to raise them, for there was no mother or no father. Happy Mother's Day to the sisters and brothers, who took the mother's place. In times when mother could not be found, they stepped into her space. Happy Mother's Day to the fathers who stepped in during times of need. For if there were no fathers, mothers couldn't be made without his seed. Happy Mother's Day to all the friends who shared their wisdom to the children they saw. For it's the mother's love that kept them, nothing fancy, but just raw. Never know when words are shared from anyone who shows they cared. Because a mother's love is magic. It can never be sold or bought. A mother's love comes naturally and doesn't have to be mysteriously taught. Happy Mother's Day is for women, for many have been told. But many men had to take their place and cherish it like gold. It's not about the candy or the big balloons you get. It's not about the dinners that you so gracefully sit. So if you want to know the truth about that Mother's Day, look inside each and everyone's heart. You'll find a mother that wants to pray. For in every man there is a woman, and every woman there is a man so true. Because remember, you were made from both. So happy Mother's Day to the both of you.